Hey, Steve McCaffrey here again. Excited to talk to you today. Today's Friday, September 7th, and we just got done Executive Vice President meeting, a Regional Manager meeting, and a phenomenal speaker, Chuck Douglas. And so I wanted to share with you some quick takeaways, and we have a lot more to share, and I'm just going to give you a couple for today. So number one, I want to talk about our agenda today because our agenda is going to be something that's going to perpetuate through over the next 30 days in different ways. And one of the things that we cover, several things we covered. We covered 10 things. Today's meetings today, we covered getting back to the basics, stories, and how important they are to your success in business. And we'll talk about what that means as well. And we're going to give you examples of that. The DMO, most people in today's meeting never heard of the DMO, so we're going to highlight that as well. We're going to talk about ZipRecruiter and how you can take advantage of being a ZipRecruiter recruiter. And so then also we had a phenomenal discussion on using remote locations that are inexpensive, free, and a pilot program we're kicking off with Panera Bread. So that one may get you gaining a few pounds, so we'll talk more about that as well. We also covered the update on Recruiting 101, which is the playbook for you to build this business and the different things you need to say when you're out there recruiting, and that works every single time. Some of the basics of how to set and make an appointment, how to get referrals, which is the lifeblood of our business. A new module we're coming up with on prospecting for recruits, prospecting for claims. Test training that we're going to be doing using GoToMeeting, so that's going to be available company-wide. Weekly training that we're going to promote from from the corporate office. So that's a new add-on that we're going to be doing, and different ways that we're going to expand throughout the company, and the business results training, what the next module is going to be. So we did all that, and I'm going to share with you by way of these types of videos in our conference call some of the more specifics. I'll take one of those points one at a time. There's just each one's comprehensive, and to give you that what I believe is a great takeaway and a part that you can use to build your business. So I wanted to highlight something that was way beyond my expectations. So we brought in a speaker, and we really got a phenomenal lineup for today's meeting and for our upcoming fast tracks and for our annual meeting with speakers we're bringing in to help you on your self-development, to help the company, to help myself. And so we brought in a speaker today from the Les Brown organization, and his name is Chuck Douglas. And I wanted to just talk about some of the important takeaways. So Chuck's focus today was how to have the best 2018 and the best next year ever in your business, and how to double your sales, and how to get endless referrals. So he gave us 3 ways to increase revenue, and he gave us 10 things that we must master to be very successful. And I was blown away. He far exceeded my expectation. I knew he'd be a good speaker. I've seen these speakers come in before. They always give you good takeaways, and this was probably one of the best that I've seen in a long time. I mean, he just rocked it, totally rocked the crowd. And if you don't fully grasp what I'm telling you, just talk to any of the regional managers that they were either on the call, listening to the meeting, or at the meeting, and there was some phenomenal takeaways. One great one. So how to gain your trust, and how to make people understand that you really have a belief in them, and you care about them. And one of the key to doing that is to remember their name. And he gave us a technique which is foolproof to remember someone's name and for over the next 7 days. So if you're in a big group or a large meeting, if you use this technique, and it's really, really simple. That was the great thing about it, is it was really simple, and it allowed you to remember their name. So we're going to talk about that and give you the specifics, but I'm not going to do them yet. I'm going to tell you why in a second. One of the other big highlights is just to be successful in business, you have to be a likable person. You have to be a person that people gravitate for, and having a sense of humor. So, to have, how to take continuous action. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is, Chuck's a phenomenal speaker, phenomenal trainer, and we're going to bring him back. And so on Monday night's call, this Monday, he's going to be a guest. He's going to give us specific training on the call that is going to lead to increasing your business. So, Chuck has spoken in front of over 6,000 people over his career. He's worked with some famous people, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Bob Proctor, and he's a veteran. He was a Navy SEAL in training. He's been in the Master Olympics. I mean, this gentleman was just a phenomenal person. And brought a tremendous amount of enthusiasm. I mean, you sit there and you say, well, what can you do differently? And every time I find myself in these types of trainings, I re-examine, how do I get to peak performance, and how do I get to be better at what I do, and to be a better leader. And I'm always amazed, because I'm thinking, I kind of go in there like, all right, well, we're going to see another speaker, and it's going to be good, and then I'm blown away. So he gave a phenomenal opportunity while I was here today. So he's going to give those specifics that I just talked about. He's going to give all 10 things again for us, because he's going to do it live. And you're going to find out about that on Monday night's call. So be on Monday night's call. He's going to be on live. And then he's going to give you the lowdown on an additional training that he's going to do. So, I want to give you as much input as I can. Hopefully several times a week, maybe on a daily basis, and look forward to talking to everybody on the Monday night call. And we will cover everything I talked about in detail over the next 30 days. So you got a lot to look forward to, and things that are really going to help in your business. So with that, it's Friday afternoon. I have a football game to go to for my son, so I'm going to be heading down to South Philadelphia area. And I want to wish you a great weekend, and we will talk to you all next week. Thank you.